Leftover land in Lewes, what the city is looking to do with a new open space ordinance. Good evening, I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight in Lewes. The City Council there held a public hearing today about possible new requirements for open space, like the open space you see here on your screen. Now, the new ordinance would change the size of open space that's allowed, what you can put there, and some other details. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is in our newsroom with more on this. Brendan, it could impact future developments.
Christina, city officials say they're considering an open space ordinance to decide on what to do with all that land and those future developments. But people I spoke with in Lewes today, they had some mixed opinions.
Acres on acres of open space in Lewes. What should be done with it? That's what the Lewes City Council held a public hearing for on Wednesday. City leaders want to update an open space ordinance for developments in the area, including increasing the amount of open space required, what is exactly considered open space, and the design of it. Duke Brooks lives in Lewes and thinks the city should take their time with any major decisions.
Open space is very valuable if it adds to the value and the price of something in the perception of the people that buy the houses, then it's a good thing.
Joe Farcetta believes people who live in Lewes should be aware of what's happening with these spaces.
We need to hold the developers to account. They need to be solvent, and they need to be transparent with what it actually is going to cost to maintain the community.
The ordinance would require new residential developments to have at least 25% open space, including parks or play areas, and non-residential projects would have to include at least 10% open space, except for in town center zones. Wednesday was just a public hearing, so no official decisions were made.
The ordinance will now go to City Council for further discussion, and city officials said that they're going to take all of those public hearing comments and questions into consideration. In the newsroom, I'm Brendan Conroy. Christina, back to you in the studio.
Okay, thanks for that, Brendan. And we have two more notes on this proposed open space ordinance. It would also set regulations about how open space is maintained and who owns it. Also, it emphasizes protecting the environment and wildlife there in Lewes. And this brings us right to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think should be the top priority for open space in new developments. Here's the results on your screen. Most people, 81%, saying wildlife habitat. A few saying community gardens, recreation areas, or parks and trails. But those pretty definitive answers there. And if you want to share your opinion, you can still do it. It's not too late. Just go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app to vote.